special guest with us today. We have the almighty Fishman. He's got a few stories he'd like to share. He's like really good friends with one of our generals, and let's see why.
Hey guys, my name's Gregory, and I'm here to tell you about the story about how I lost my leg. Even though it's still attached to my body, I lost it a while ago. So basically, I was walking down the street, and I saw this weird-looking motherfucker. His name, I don't think I can say his name here, but his name was Jason Voorhees, you know. I was in the Camp Crystal Lake area, you know. So basically, I was walking around there, and I came across Mr. Voorhees. He was leaning up against a tree. I walked up to him. I was like, "Hey, you with the hockey mask. You can't be here. This is trespassing, big dumb bitch." And so then he looked and turned to me, ever so slightly. He gently walked closer to me. And then he chopped my leg off with a machete. I barely made it out alive. But then I realized.
Pause, Gregory.
Oh, yeah.
So how did he shoot your leg with a machete?
Oh, so you see, he apparently constructed it with a shotgun. He had the shotgun, right? And he just detached the barrels and put the machete in its place.
Okay, continue.
And so, I was running for my life, and then I realized, oh shit, wait a minute, I only got one leg, how am I still running? I looked down, my leg had magically reappeared. Bro, this guy's got some crazy stories, AO4. Don't ask why I'm here now.
Bro, I'm literally crying with laughter.
And then, can I speak again? Yeah, go ahead. 04, please, he's trying to speak, 04. And so, I then busted out a laptop that I shoved up my ass later that day. And then I pulled up, get this, I pulled up illegal War Thunder documents, you know, those good shit that people used to leak private information, that's what they used. Now, another thing, I also looked at the patch notes for The Sims 3. And I saw that Jason Voorhees was banned from The Sims 3. So I ran up to him and I said, "Hey, Jason, they cut you from The Sims." He then cried and cried and cried on the floor. He was just stuck there on the floor crying all night. And then I was able to get away. By the way, I ended up finding my leg and I just reattached it. It was able to work just fine. No stitches needed. Okay, and then, alright, here's my second story. So the second story happens right as I entered just this random-ass hallway in this random house I don't even live in. I woke up in this random-ass house after getting knocked out at a bar down the road. Now, it was next to Barry's Bait Shop. You know the place, you know, but like, I don't know why, but whenever I walked up to that place, I had a very, very, very sudden urge to go fishing, you know? Just this really strong urge to go fishing.
And here's how, this is why he's called the Fishman.
Yeah, because I really like fishing, you know? Just my dad when I was younger, he took me out. I got some really good fish, you know? Just some really good fish.
Wow.
By the way, you want to hear the story of when I encountered the SCP-049? It was a very strange time. So, I was in the 1800s, you know, just casually walking around.
Wait, how are you alive then?
I wasn't.
What? You really that old, Mr. Gregory?
No, I'm only 25.
How are you at 1800s then?
Don't ask too many questions, boy.
Okay.
Anyway, I encountered this strange fellow with a plague mask, and I thought he was in the wrong time period. So I popped him in a time machine and took him back to when the bubonic plague was a thing. Now, mind you, he looked at me with the weirdest expression, like, who the hell are you? Why'd you kidnap me? I was just solving the pestilence problem. Now, mind you, I have no idea what this gibbly gopper looking motherfucker's trying to speak to me in. But, like, And so, pretty much, I walked with him. And then I ended up kicking his ass because he didn't pay the toll. You see, you have to pay the toll in order to get to this place. But apparently, he didn't decide to do that now, did he? He decided to just walk out, try to kill a civilian, so I uppercupped his ass back into the time machine. And then I went to the prehistoric times and dropped him in a fucking volcano. And that's how I met SCP-049. It was a very nice guy in the long run. All right, it's time for me to tell you the story about how I encountered your little friend there, the Order 131. You see, I was just minding my own business, and then all of a sudden, bang! This guy just appears out of nowhere. He looked like a leech on the ground, you know. He was like this black blob going around. And so, basically, whenever I was trying to talk to him, he was just like, why are you trying to talk to me? And so I looked at him and I tried to punch him. He, for some reason, ended up behind me. So I pulled my AR-15 out my ass again, and I tried to blow his head off, but it didn't work. He was on the opposite side of me. And then for some reason, I was upside down. And for some reason, he was also upside down. I don't know how the hell me and him were both upside down. And so he told me, if you don't come with me, I'm gonna shove that AR-15 so far up your ass you're never gonna see it again. So I went along with him. Little did he know, I actually like to shove guns up my ass. But, like, you know, it's just all over the place. And that's how I ended up here. Am I free to go now? Can I go back to my cell?